Hey there, Laker. I'm Lewis, and this is
And
going to
I'm
be.
Bree.
Cut.
What was wrong with that?
You cut me off. Jeez, this is what happened when two people host this stupid show.
Do you want to try it without him?
Okay.
Hey, Bree.
So I'm working on this dueling pianos event, and I was just wondering, when is that exactly?
That's Wednesday, August 27th at 9 p.m. in the Grand River Room. Those guys are actually really funny. You want to go with me to that?
As friends.
I mean, Friends is one option. It's not the one I was thinking.
Every week he does this. One time, he used "Hey there, Laker" as a pickup line. Ooh.
So you must be our new graphic designer.
Yeah, hi Tyler. What day do I start?
Let's see, you start Monday, September 1st.
Labor Day? But students have Monday and Tuesday off.
Welcome to the team.
Hi.
Can I help you, sir?
Sure, I would like Hey There, Laker to promote the first service Saturday on the 23rd of August, please.
Oh, okay, sure. Students meet in Kirchhoff 2270 at 8:30 in the morning to help Blandford Nature Center with trail restoration, right?
That's correct.
And who are you exactly?
She didn't know who the president of the university was? It's President T. Haas. T. Haas. The T stands for terrific.
The Back to School Bash is on August 23rd on the Kirchhoff lawn. Students can enjoy free food, a concert, and inflatables. So what are we doing to promote this?
So close.
Lewis?
Wait.
Lewis?
Almost there.
Lewis?
20 on Flappy Bird. I just got 20 on Flappy Bird.
So anyways,
No one's here on Labor Day.
That's what I'm saying.
Hey, Lewis, Campus Life Night is September 2nd at 7 p.m., right?
In Lot C, where the students can meet all the organizations on campus, yeah. Wait, are you asking me out?
No, actually, I'd go out with your cardboard cutout before I'd go out with you.
Well, that fell kind of flat. They're all children. Tyler, Bree, Lewis. Hey there, Laker. Grow up.
President Haas, the participants are all assembled, and Convocation is now ready to begin. Will all who are able please rise and remove your caps for the playing of our national anthem.
This morning, every single one of us woke up and realized that we are alive. We didn't ask for life, we did nothing to cause ourselves to be alive, and yet somehow it is good to be alive. However you woke up this morning, and however you came to be here, we are glad that you are alive and thankful that you are at Grand Valley. I ask that in the next few minutes you take a moment to reflect with me on the academic year ahead and two hopes that I have for us all. First, may we each take time to think about big things, to stare at the stars, to marvel at the universe, and to wonder at our lives. The famed astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson stared at the stars when he was 12 years old, and it changed him forever. One of his sayings is one of my favorites. I look up at the night sky, and I know that, yes, we are a part of this universe. But perhaps more important is that the universe is in us. The atoms of our bodies are traceable to stars that manufactured them in their cores and exploded these enriched ingredients across our galaxy billions of years ago. When I reflect on that fact, I feel big. Many people feel small because they're small and the universe is big, but I feel big because my atoms come from those stars. In the year ahead, may each of us take time to reflect on big things and to stare at the stars. Second, may we each embrace the small things. So there will be some big and great events ahead in your lives this year, but there will also be boring, painful, hard, and tiny ones too. All of these contribute to making each of us who we are. I can't express this more eloquently than the author Frederick Buechner. Listen to your life. See it for the fathomless mystery that it is. In the boredom and the pain of it, no less than in the excitement and gladness. Touch, taste, smell your way to the wholly hidden heart of it. Because in the last analysis, all moments are key moments, and life itself is grace. In the year ahead, may we all embrace that all moments are key moments, even the small and seemingly mundane ones. Indeed, on each coming day that we awake to face life together, may we all be gracious to one another as we live, learn, and grow in ways both big and small.
Thank you, Matt. That was beautiful. Good job. Welcome, everyone, to the opening convocation for 2014-15 at Grand Valley State University. It's amazing to see you all in your colors, you new entering students, and we're really glad to have you here. I want to welcome also Trustee Kate Pugh Walters of our Board of Trustees, and our lifetime board member, Donna Brooks. Welcome. I want to also welcome all of you, students, faculty, staff, family members, other friends of the university. It's a great day to celebrate this new year. Before we move on in our ceremony, I'd like to direct a few words to the many first-year students in the audience. Your campus orientation for the past few days has given you a chance to learn a lot about us, to become acquainted with the university and some of its people, to gain a lot of information that I'm sure is a little bit of a blur in your mind right now, and a sense of the culture of the college. This orientation isn't at all uncommon at different organizations we all belong to, but attending a formal opening ceremony like this may be new to a lot of you. We treat this gathering as a very special ceremony, as you can see by the fact that we've dressed up for you. These academic regalia, beautifully colored, serious costumes, come to us all the way back from the Middle Ages, in the days when you had to wear these heavy clothes in the buildings that were unheated of the day, I suppose. We wear them with great pride and only on our most serious occasions, because this is the way all of us in academe are reminded of our place through centuries of our colleagues before us, for whom the pursuit of intellectual activities and experiences has been central in life. The academic regalia symbolize a departure from our ordinary clothing, our ordinary modes of life, just as the university provides you with a place that's separate from the ordinary environment of our larger society. That atmosphere is planned for us to nurture time spent in communication and reflection as we explore, as we find our intellectual focus and achieve in our areas of interest. I really want to welcome you to this fabulous academic world. I know your experience here at Grand Valley will expand horizons for you beyond what you even anticipate at this moment. You students are entering a beautiful university, a dynamic one, full of people who have your success in mind. Yes, they'll stretch your minds, they'll challenge your abilities, but they will support you at every step of the way for you to grow and achieve the expectations of our school. I really want to welcome you, and I want to introduce you to some of your most important people on this campus. They're seated in front of me in regalia, the faculty who are here today. Would you please stand and meet your new first-year students? Thank you for all your work. These are the key people, everyone. Follow them around. I do extend my best wishes to the faculty and to you students for a wonderful academic year. Thank you for being here at Grand Valley. At this time, we're going to watch a short video about this very special university, and just following that video, we will invite Professor Karen Gibson, who is chair of our University Academic Senate, to the podium to offer her remarks for this year. Thank you.
Good morning. Wasn't that a great video? My name is Karen Gibson, and I'm a physics professor here at Grand Valley. I also currently serve as the chair of the University Academic Senate, which gives me the honor and the privilege of addressing you this morning on behalf of the faculty. We faculty have chosen to come here to Grand Valley because we have a passion for teaching and learning, and we wouldn't exist as a university without you students. There's so much I'd like to share with you, but I'm not the only one that wants to speak with you this morning, so I'll try to keep my remarks brief. I'd like to focus my remarks this morning on the essential reason for this convocation, an essential feature of liberal education, change. I know that many of you have been involved in transitions the past few days. There's a reason for that. Starting college is a big change, as big a change as starting grade school was. It's human nature to react to big changes like this one with a mixture of excitement and trepidation. But it'll be okay, because change is natural. In fact, it's inevitable. Consider this. One way we could distinguish between living and inanimate objects is by the rate at which they change. For example, a rock changes very slowly, so we call it inanimate, but a caterpillar changes drastically into a butterfly, so we say that it's alive. There are, of course, other marked distinctions between living and non-living, but the physical reality is that everything changes. Landscapes change, we may call that process erosion. Stars change, we may call that process thermonuclear evolution. Even this podium that I'm standing at is changing on a molecular level. Varnish is evaporating, dust is gathering, hopefully not too much. Every single physical object in the universe changes. It changes all the time. We humans obviously change a lot from infancy to adulthood, but sometimes we get the idea that we don't change that much after a certain age. One of the key points of a liberal education is to offer you the tools you need for lifelong learning, a lifetime of intentional change. I heard a wise man say recently that one measure of intelligence is the ability to change. The ability to change means the ability to adapt to new situations, to grow, indeed, to be vibrantly alive. Change itself is neither good nor bad, it's just reality. But how you respond to change can determine the quality of your life. I was personally quite a fearful child, but as I've gotten older and encountered more changes in my life, I've learned to embrace change with a sense of curiosity. What will I learn from this new experience? A former Grand Valley student named Joshua Sludel wrote a very profound essay called Shedding Certainty, in which he compares the process of becoming liberally educated to the process of a lizard shedding its skin. Each change is necessary for the lizard to grow. That essay appears in the introduction of Grand Valley's Lib 100 reader, Reflect, Connect, Engage. Mr. Sludel obviously understood the point of liberal education. We faculty here, we're here to help you grow, to help you change, and to develop your capacity to change, to help you grow, and to develop your capacity to continue growing throughout your lifetime. We want to help you be more than you are right now, better readers, better writers, better problem solvers, and better citizens. But we can only offer you the tools. You have to pick them up and see what you will make of them. For example, if someone hands you a tennis racket, that doesn't instantly make you a tennis player. If you want to become a tennis player, you have to make an effort to change yourself into one. You might read books about tennis, you might even hire a tennis coach, but eventually you have to make the choice to pick up the racket and try to hit the ball. If you really push yourself to your limits, you won't always make contact with the ball. Sometimes you'll miss. In other words, you have to try and fail and try again in order to transform yourself into a tennis player. And if your coach is any good at all, they'll give you ample feedback to help you change more quickly. This is true of learning any new skill, and you'll be learning many new skills here at Grand Valley. You're standing at the threshold of many changes, and we faculty are here to guide you, to coach you, which means both to support you and to challenge you. But the choice is always yours. This is your unique story, your unique life. And now I'd like to welcome Alumni Representative Matthew LeVere to offer his remarks.
Good morning. All right, let's do this. Good morning, Grand Valley freshman class of 2018 and returning students. I'm Matt Levere. I'm a photographer and a photo assistant based in Royal Oak, Michigan. Hometown's Livonia, if anyone is from here. Yeah, all right. I want to thank the Office of President Haas for inviting me, as well as the Board of Trustees, administration, faculty and staff, as well as the Alumni Association for letting me speak to you guys today as this year's first alumni representative. It's an honor to be here back in Allendale, Michigan today. I want to share part of my personal story with you. It was about 8 years ago I sat exactly where you were sitting right now. I was nervous yet excited to continue my education here at Grand Valley, but I was really nervous nervous and unsure if photography was the right major for me. My uncertainty was based on two things: job security and my salary. In high school, I was really envious of my peers who knew what their major was. I was nervous that they knew what their course schedule was going to be and the companies they would want to work at, and even as far as where they want to live in 4 years. I was just struggling to decide if this major was really right for me. Well, instead of sitting around in my dorm, I chose not to waste any time to take advantage of opportunities here at Grand Valley. I committed to my major of photography, but I also decided to minor in general business. I worked as a teaching assistant in the photo labs, a tutor in the tutoring center, and a general laborer at the Central Utilities building on campus. I also studied abroad for 7 weeks in the desert Southwest, where I camped and took photos. And then immediately following, I went off to Rome, Italy for 3 months in 2009. After graduation in May of 2010, I landed a well-paying job photographing and making prints for an oil painter. And I seemed to be on track for success. But with 3 months out from graduation, I started to realize that it wasn't what I expected. While I was at this job, I watched many of my friends and extended family members succumb to addiction and suffer tragic accidents and illnesses. Realizing that life is too short, I knew something had to change, but I was scared to lose the security of a paycheck every week, which in exchange cost me my happiness and the time with people I love most. On this exact date and time, 4 years ago, August 22nd, 2010, I decided to take control of my own happiness. I decided to resign from my job, which was effective immediately, and I hopped on a plane to New York City to be with my family for what proved to be difficult times ahead. While I was in New York, I made the conscious decision to take 3 months off to travel, to see friends, in order to reevaluate and redefine what success and happiness means to me. My travels took me back to Italy and then across the United States. I made some stops in Los Angeles, Las Vegas, St. Louis, Chicago, Knoxville, and New York City. When I returned to Michigan, I had very little money left in my pocket, but my soul was refreshed and I was ready to go. On April 8, 2011, I began my journey as a freelance photo assistant with no savings account and about $100 to my name and a lot of bills to pay. I was quick to gain clients through smart networking in Detroit and New York City. And 3 years later, I stand in front of you today to say, as of 2 months ago, my student loan was paid off through 3 years of freelancing. The photography industry for every photographer today is either feast or famine. I'll never know when my job comes through. However, I've been presented with once-in-a-lifetime opportunities that have given me a name in the industry. Some of the projects I have worked on include Rolling Stone magazine with the world-famous Mark Seliger, Sports Illustrated with Walter Yost Jr., and advertising photography for the Corvette Stingray, AMC television productions, and HGTV, and many more. However, today I want to challenge all of you to define what success and failure means to you. Don't let fear conquer and paralyze your abilities to achieve success. There will be lean times in your lives. However, you will struggle for a little bit, but in order to achieve any level of success, just appreciate that moment, celebrate with the people who uplift you and challenge you, and then go find the next challenge. Every one of you here today have all the ingredients here at Grand Valley State University to do what you want to do. Take your time here at Grand Valley to make opportunities happen. As crazy as it might seem, do what you love and never settle with the status quo. I guarantee the more you allow yourself to be involved in what you love, you will find success. I would like to conclude my speech with a quote from Dale Carnegie, and it reads, "Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. If you want to conquer fear, do not sit at home and think about it. Go out and get busy." Thank you, everyone. And next, I would like to introduce the student body president, Andrew Plague, to the podium.
Good morning. On behalf of the Student Senate and the entire student body, it is truly my honor to welcome you, the incoming class of 2018, to Grand Valley State University. In other words, welcome home. Whether you feel it already or not, I am confident that you will soon feel at home here. Before I get too far, I'd like to thank the Board of Trustees, President Haas, Provost Davis, and the senior management team, and all of our dedicated faculty and staff. In their own way, these people dedicate their time and talents to ensuring that Grand Valley provides a phenomenal liberal education to all of us students. So thank you. I think it's only fair that we also thank all of the hardworking transitions leaders. Many of them have spent their weeks volunteering to help acclimate our students to campus. Many of them are student senators and friends of mine. So a big thank you to all of our transition leaders. This phenomenal liberal education that I was talking about extends far beyond the walls of a classroom. It's an entire experience. As freshmen, you will soon realize that college is not simply about mastering the material in a textbook. It is about learning to learn, learning about yourself, and realizing that not all of us experience the world in the same way. That you have a diverse set of experiences, and learn to consider new ideas is equally, if not more important to your future success than the major you choose. If there's one thing I hope to do today, it's to encourage you to really take ownership of your college experience. After all, you will never again be in an environment that is so intentionally designed to foster your personal growth and development. In an effort to give the best advice possible, I reached out to active students across campus this summer to ask them what things they wish they had known earlier, their regrets, and also their best experiences at Grand Valley. I received responses from close to 100 students. Things like, if you're even thinking about it, bring the umbrella. Anyone on this campus knows it's no fun walking through a downpour. But mostly, when I read the responses, I was surprised to see that 3 distinct themes continued to surface. The most common response I received was, I wish I had gotten involved sooner. So take advantage of all the opportunities available to explore your interests. You really can do amazing things here while forming lifelong friends. I don't think I can stress that enough. My friends and I, as well as most of the people who responded, described getting involved as the thing that really did make Grand Valley feel like home. In the coming days and weeks, you will be overwhelmed with options. I can promise you that. Take a deep breath and explore. Choose organizations and activities that pique your interest or will help you develop personally and professionally. If you see something that looks like a good option for later down the road, like study abroad, for example, write it down. In fact, as study abroad goes, just write it down now. You'll thank me later. As you look around and try to decide what to do with all of your time outside of the classroom, because you'll be surprised at how much time that is. So once you study, think about the fact that you'll be graduating. What do you want to have accomplished by then? What will you be most proud of for having spent your time on? You should also consider that your commitments outside of the classroom are complementary to your studies. If you aren't learning, having great experiences, or becoming a more conscious citizen, don't be afraid to explore other opportunities. There's so much to be found. The second major theme I read was, I wish I had gotten help sooner. In college, the smart students are the ones who get help. There are so many services available to you as a Grand Valley student. If you're struggling in class, seek out a tutor from the tutoring center. It's just one of many free services available to you. Also, and you'll hear this a million times, your professors hold office hours for a reason. Go to them. Students who do this regularly, I'm one of them, will tell you how helpful it can be and how oftentimes those interactions can lead to strong mentor relationships with professors. When you need to work on skills for an assignment, seek out places like the Knowledge Market. It's found at any of our libraries. This is where you go to work with student consultants trained to help with research, writing, or presenting. All of these services exist so that you have every possible chance at success. So one of these days, when you're sitting in front of a computer procrastinating, probably today, happens every day, go to gvsu.edu and explore. Make Grand Valley's website your new BuzzFeed or Pinterest. Familiarize yourself with everything this institution has to offer before you need the help. That way, when you start struggling, you'll be prepared. As a college student, we have to know that it's better to say, I don't know, can you help me, than at the end of the semester to say, I could have done better. The final topic that I kept reading about was being yourself. For some of us, this is really a lifelong challenge. We figure it out as we go and we continue to work to be ourselves. But being in college definitely makes it easier. Many of you are coming from high school environments where fitting in was the goal, where somehow even being too into academics was a bad thing. That's over. Be yourself and don't apologize for it. All of your quirks, strengths, interests, and identities are welcome here. Embrace them. So many students wrote how they wish they had done this right away, or they wasted precious time not being themselves. Reading those comments definitely hit home for me. As a freshman, I eyed the LGBT Resource Center every time I walked through Kirkhoff. But it took me a good 5 months before I actually went in. Even then, a friend and fellow student senator had to practically drag me in. The idea of being openly gay in high school terrified me, but when I laid all my cards on the table here at Grand Valley, things only got better. Through professors, friends, and campus resources, I found the courage to be myself during my first year at Grand Valley, and it changed my life. Whatever it means for you to be yourself, do it. Don't wait for an invitation. But if you really think you need one, consider this it. As you embark on your first year, I hope that you will take the steps towards finding meaningful activities to engage in outside of the classroom. I hope that you will have the humility to say, I don't know, can you help me? And I hope you will have the immense courage it can take to be boldly yourself. Best of luck to all of you, my new peers, for an amazing first year. At this time, I would like to welcome Gabriel Riedemeyer to the stage. He will be accompanied by Dutcher Snedeker. Thank you.
So, Last year, over spring break, Grand Valley offered a small group of students and I the opportunity to go to New York for several days. And while I was there, I got the chance to see Jason Robert Brown's new musical, The Bridges of Madison County, based on the book by the same name, those of you who have read it or seen the movie. It's an incredible show, and the show in this song focuses on the extremely intimate relationship formed between two characters over a very short period of time, which has a parallel to all of you. I'm a senior going into my last year, and let me tell you, the longer you're here, the shorter it feels. So make those relationships while you're here, because that's what's going to last after you're gone. This is It All Fades Away by Jason Robert Brown. There is something in the desert. There is some place wild and green, and a child in a village I passed through. There are places I have traveled, and so many things I've seen, and it all fades away. But you, I was sliding down a mountain, I was burning in the sun, I was crying with amazement at the view. I was capturing a moment, but when all is said and done, well, it all fades away. But it all fades away, it all fades away, it all fades away, but you. I have been across the oceans, past the cities and the farms, on a never-ending quest for something new. But the only thing that mattered was the 4 days in your arms, and it all fades away, but you. It all fades away, it all fades away, it all fades away, but you. It all fades away, it all fades away, it all fades away, but you. There is one thing that's eternal, that cannot be torn apart. There is one thing that remains forever true. Past the thinking, past the breathing, past the beating of my heart, it will all fade away, but
fades away, but you, it all fades away, it all fades away, it all fades away, but you, but you. Thank you very much. Dutch Estatica.
There may be American idols. There's a Laker idol right there. Great job. What a performance. There is a T. Haas. And I'm proud to be your president, I'll tell you that. This is a great day and the formal beginning of this academic year, as you heard from our speakers already. And so I welcome all of you, new and returning Lakers for a lifetime. A convocation is really a rite of passage in many respects into college, but more importantly, it demonstrates the commitment that we have to you, and in turn, you have to each other and to yourself. So we recognize faculty, recognize the returning students and the transition students. All the students here in this next class, the class of 2018, had a choice to go to college. You guys are very talented, individually and collectively. So I want to have you all stand up and let's recognize you today. Please stand up, all the new students here. Thank you. I know that you have been looking forward to this day and these days to come to a college, come to Grand Valley. Well, so have we, the faculty and staff here, many of those in the community and our alums. And so what I'm going to do today, just for a few minutes, is talk about college life and, more importantly, talk about education, leadership, and lifelong learning. And you've already been introduced to many of those people who are going to make a difference in your lives, the faculty and staff, board members, senior management team. I'm really pleased with the comments made by the provost and others, our faculty leaders, senior students, and alums, for that matter. So I do know it's going to be a great year, and I want to introduce to you one very special person in my life, and that's my wife, Marcia. She's the First Lady of Grand Valley. Please stand up. Well, let's see, the faculty here. The faculty have chosen to give their lives to students, to their professions, of course, but fundamentally to their students. They have chosen to teach, chosen to be educators, to teach you, to challenge you, to learn. And doing so, they and you together will change your lives. That's a lofty goal, changing your life. A lofty goal indeed. And to educate. Our core mission is that as an institution here at Grand Valley State University, because education itself always initiates change. Columbia professor Andrew DeBanco writes frequently about the mission of colleges and universities, and he talks about the ideas that students can be transformed to lead lives of meaning and purpose. Sounds pretty bold, big picture as the reflection was sharing before. Well, he writes, at the core, colleges should be a place where young people find help for navigating, I guess like being a Laker, the territory between adolescence and adulthood. It should help them develop certain qualities of mind and heart that are requisite for reflective leadership. All of us have lofty goals for Grand Valley, and we recognize that you individually have lofty goals as well. You must learn and you must lead. As the Irish poet William Butler Yeats put it this way, education is not just filling a bucket, but is lighting a fire. I believe your passions will ignite your fire, whether you study business or engineering, one of our health professions, or in the liberal arts, or any other discipline or area of study that we offer you. But you must find your passion. Find your fire so that you will contribute to our campus life and your communities and to your professional areas as well. This is not a passive gift. You must grab the knowledge and the opportunities with both hands. Get involved, that we've been hearing say time and again through this last hour. Get involved in life that we offer here on our campuses. We have theater, we have dance, we have lectures, we have the fall arts celebration, all of our athletic events, and the intramural opportunities and mothers. And I can't even list them all. Go to the website, though, you'll find them. And if you don't like what you see there, start another one. You can do that. You can lead others. You've been already investigating and hearing about the clubs and events. You might even have on your list one to go to right now, and maybe you will join it. And join you will. By joining, you are serving others and yourself in developing your leadership. But that's great if you have that focus, but also keep an open mind. You'll learn about new opportunities here at Grand Valley every single day. And you will meet new people and new friends along the way. Well, we have over 300 student organizations on this campus. Many of them do focus on service to others. And through that service, again, leadership comes through. And you'll have many people helping you along the way on this campus. From our wonderful students and staff who work in our living centers, to the people in charge of our student life activities, to your professors and to the academic advisors. Look for opportunities they can get involved in research projects with faculty. There's a possibility of that as an undergraduate right here in Grand Valley. And remember, teaching and sharing discovery is core of our mission. And at the heart of our campus is the Mary Ida Pugh Library, Learning and Information Commons. This is a groundbreaking, very popular library that provides students unique spaces and opportunities for learning. In its first year, we had over 1 million students and users use this space. And we've also updated and added to our facilities on the campus for you to provide this learning environment that you come to expect from Grand Valley. I'm sure we've even noticed a new building going up. It's going to be a laboratory building. And it's going to be a Laker Marketplace right next to it as well. All these changes, why? Because these are improvements to enhance and enable your learning and living experiences while you're here at Grand Valley State University. Many of you have already commented on how beautiful our campus is. Well, it is, and you are so right. We appreciate the work of our facilities staff who work tirelessly to enhance the experience on our campus. But the best part is our beautiful exterior leads right into beautiful and impressive results. It is what happens inside our facilities that is impressive. The state legislature, we're a public institution, so the state legislature is looking long and hard at public universities for accountability, for access to an education, and more importantly, the results. Measuring student success while at university, and then as productive and alums as citizens here in Michigan. In fact, ladies and gentlemen, Grand Valley has been judged best in class for the second year in the state of Michigan. What that means for you is that your university is producing the desired results and getting the right kind of attention. Congratulations. Well, we're getting attention because not only do we attract you here as freshmen, but we're taking countless steps to help you stay in school and graduate in a timely fashion with a degree that has value and relevance. Over 90% of our graduates are employed or going to grad school. That sounds really good to your moms and dads. With 87% employed, starting careers and working right here in Michigan and giving back to their communities. Area employers know that when they hire a Laker, they're getting a graduate who's liberally educated and knows a skill set involving complex thinking, the ability to appreciate others' point of view, and to arrive at the best result. In other words, you're going to help them achieve their mission as well. Many of our grads have had internships or international study experiences that distinguishes them from others. And at Grand Valley, we pay attention to strong finishes as well as strong beginnings, as you are here today. If you haven't heard about it yet, I hope you will soon, but our Grand Finish grant awards you for earning a degree in 4 years. Make that your goal as well, to earn a $1,000 grant going into your senior year. In a way, we have reduced your tuition in your last year as a reward for staying right on track. And some of our students, of course, are athletes, and they are champions and winners in the classroom and on the field. We have just captured our 9th Director's Cup in 11 years, meaning we have the best Division II program in the nation. That's consistency, that's championship. We are the best in the nation. And these superb athletes are training and traveling while keeping up in class as well. Nearly 70% of our student athletes have 3.0 or better. They are indeed student athletes. Well, I hope that through the transition leaders, and since you decided to come to Grand Valley, you've been hearing more and more about what it means to be a Laker for a lifetime. I like these shirts that says, "Live like a Laker." Well, we're excited that you have joined us on this leg of your journey, without a doubt. Maria Wright Edelman, a graduate from the Yale Law School and the founder of the Children's Defense Fund, said this very clearly: education is for improving the lives of others and for leaving your community and the world a better place than you found it. Another lofty goal. Well, this year, we're going to work hard. We're going to achieve our goals, and we are together going to succeed. This is going to be a grand year. Don't you just feel it, ladies and gentlemen? I think I do. Go Lakers! Next, you're going to see a video that was written, filmed, and produced by students, very, very talented students. This video is what it means to our students to be a Laker for a lifetime. So enjoy, please.
We all have a story. We all have a purpose. And here is where we find it. We are artists painting brighter outlooks for the future. We are scientists finding cures to life's painful moments. We are engineers molding new world advancements. We are here for many reasons. We are here to stray off the paved path and explore new terrains, to step out of our comfort zones and plunge into new waters, to look through a different glass and discover something bigger than us. Here, we take what we've gained and return the favor to new generations. Even when it's our time to leave, we still remain a part of this place. No matter where we end up, we remain connected. This is a home we share, and we are always welcomed back with open arms. Because here, We aren't just students for a few years. We are Lakers for a lifetime.
Everyone, would you please stand if you're able for the choral benediction that will be performed by the University Arts Chorale under the direction of Professor Ellen Poole. Thank you.
Wasn't that wonderful? Thank you to everyone for attending the convocation. Everyone is invited to the annual campus picnic in Lot C just after we're done. Please remain seated until the platform officials, the faculty, and the students have recessed. Students will be dismissed by your transition leaders. This convocation is now concluded.